Welcome or welcome back to Awake and Bake, where we get high vibes and talk about the universe. I'm your host, Danny. If you're new here, hi, I'm Danny. I'm a psychic and a stoner, and I love to combine the two. Today, we're going to touch on something kind of along those lines, but first, you're going to need a couple things for today's episode. The first thing you're going to need is something to drink, because I will not be responsible for you hooker whores being dehydrated. I'm drinking some water in this cute little crystal-y cup. Drink whatever you want, pop, juice, milk, coffee. I really don't give a fuck. I just don't like to do things alone. I don't like to hydrate by myself. Hydrate with me. Then you're going to need something to puff on or hit if you partake in gardening, like the internet makes us say these days. And I don't want to get age restricted, so spare me the criticism of using censor words. This is Gremlin Live Rosin. I don't even remember if it's like a sativa hybrid indica. Who knows? You know, they're all hybrids these days. But I got it because it was live rosin and I was going on a little trip and I didn't want to bring flour with me because it was a little too smelly. Although I will say this shit stinks. Like, this is skunky loud. So today's video is actually a request, and we're going to talk about alchemizing the bullshit, and we're going to go over like different categories of it. I want to talk about boundaries, alchemizing, return to sender, and like moving forward, and then guilt-free, why it's guilt-free. We're going to focus on those things rather than focus on like the typical like, I send you love, I wish you well, because honestly, that's not the case for me sometimes. Let's start off with what we're not doing today. We are not talking about hexing today. I do that as well, time and place, but that's not what we're talking about today. This is not a hex. This is not curse. This is not anything like that. This is truly, you didn't start this energy, you didn't send it to yourself, but it's about how you protect yourself, how you alchemize it, how you use it, how you set boundaries, all that good shit. But no, it's not a hex. Let's jump the fuck into it. I'm gonna be real with you. Not everybody deserves your kindness and your energy. A lot of people actually don't have pure intentions, don't have kindness and love in their heart for you specifically, and other people as well. So sometimes we do need to do the energetic work, the protection work, to remove that energy and keep it from getting into our auric field and fucking us up. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm focusing on. When it comes to situations like that, that's when I alchemize, return to sender, set my boundaries, all that good shit. We've got that out of the way. Got it. Disclaimer's done. Oh my God, one more disclaimer, because I just don't want anyone to misunderstand me. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a guru. I'm not a professional. This was a request about what I do to alchemize and return to sender type energy work that I do. You don't have to do this. I'm just shooting the shit with my friends, taking hits, shaking tits. You know what I mean? Take a hit. Okay, so yeah, we already went over this a little bit, but like the truth is, not everybody has pure intentions. Sometimes people actually are sending you hate, are sending you negative energy. They have an evil eye out for you. They're preying on your downfall, if you will. Whatever you want to call it, it's basically all the same thing. They don't wish you well. They might even pretend to be your friend, a fan, a mutual, but they don't wish you well. So that's why we need to set up boundaries. We need to do protection. First, you do need to decide with the boundaries, are you going to block these people? Because if it is happening via online, which is more common than you would think, it is a good idea to block them, to remove them so that they're not seeing your shit, you're not seeing theirs. If you don't want to do that and you're like, but honey, a fan is a fan and I alchemize the energy anyway, that's totally fine. I'm just giving you ideas, bitch. So boundaries first and then alchemize and return to sender. So you're probably like, Danny, shut the fuck up giving us all this backstory. How do I alchemize? Tell me how. I am literally so sorry. All I do is yap. I'm babbling like a bitch again. Go ahead and take a little hit and a drink of water and we'll get right back to it. Okay, so like let's run with the example that I just gave. Say that you can sense, because a lot of times you can. For me, a lot of times I can sense it. I can feel it. I just know that somebody's energy is not completely pure toward me. And a lot of times this comes from online. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the fuck. People love to use social media as a way to stalk and energetically attack. The key in this situation, do not fucking acknowledge them. Don't go off on them. Don't talk shit about them online. Don't attack them in any way. Do not make it obvious that you know what the fuck is going on. Because here's what you're gonna do instead. You're gonna take that energy that they're giving you, you're gonna use it as motivation. You're gonna be like, bitch, since you're a fan anyway, let me give you a show. Let me give you something to really fucking talk about. Let me remind you why you're so obsessed with me. Then you're gonna use that energy. Anytime you're feeling like, I don't wanna get up, I don't wanna do this, I don't wanna be my best self, I don't wanna go to the gym, I don't wanna make my video, I don't wanna do the dishes, I don't wanna work out, I don't wanna do anything. Wait a minute. I got haters, bitch, that are waiting on my downfall. They're fucking preying on me, bitch. You really fucking thought I was gonna not do the dishes, not go to the gym, not record a video, not be my best self. You thought, yes I am, I'm getting the fuck up right now. And I might even vlog it. and I might even post about it just to remind you who the fuck I am and to motivate myself, because I'm using that energy to motivate myself and turn it into more fuel. I'm not letting it hinder me and thinking, oh my God, I'm a failure. People hate me. I'm not doing well enough. I'm like, oh my God, I have fans. You ain't got no haters. You ain't popping, bitch. Because whether or not you like me, you're watching anyway. So I'm going to keep getting better. You're going to keep getting sad about it. You're going to keep watching me and giving me more energy to keep me getting better. You keep getting sad. And what you're not realizing is this energy exchange, it's just fueling me and making me more powerful. And it's draining you a little bit. Isn't that crazy? Take a hit. Now, return to sender is a little bit different, and this is different for everybody. Again, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a guru, I'm not a professional. This is literally just what I do, what I found works for me. Everyone's practice is different. So return to sender work is a little bit more like a spell, a little bit more like spell work, but again, not a hex. It's also different every single time I do it, so I'm gonna just try to give you like the baseline. Again, if I can feel, if I can sense an uncomfortable energy, something that's trying to specifically disrupt my peace, fuck with my mental, it won't get out of my head, it's really affecting me. It's time to return to sender. I might do this as a little manifestation masturbation ritual. I might not. Depends on the moment. Now, I like to get very clear because I don't want to miss any fucking details with when I return this shit. So I write down every little thing I'm feeling, or I say it out loud. Say you're doing the masturbation method, okay? I write everything down in that case. I write it all down, everything I'm feeling, all the anger and da-da-da-da-da. Put it to the side, get myself going. Right when you're about to have your moment, right? As that's happening, you look over at the list, remember, and you feel all those emotions and you visualize that energy and you are returning it to the person who sent it to you. You are visualizing it. Now, if you're not doing, I mean, hey, your life is your life. Do whatever you want. Tickle your peach and talk out loud. Tickle your peach and read. I'm more of a tickle my peach and read, but if you want to talk out loud, talk out loud. If I'm not in the mood to tickle my peach and do the masturbation manifestation method, then what I will do is that's when I'll say it out loud. I'll get really, really mad. I'll probably be like smoking a little bit. I'll have my candle going. I'll get myself like in a vibe where I am focused. And I'm visualizing whoever the fuck it is that I know is sending me this energy. And if I don't specifically know and I have just like a general idea of who people, a couple people it might be, then I'll just say in my head, return to sender, and maybe picture those people on a rotation. But usually I know, and I picture that person and I picture that energy all up within me, and I'll be like anger, rage, self-hate, self-pity, despair, whatever I'm feeling. And I just like say out loud, I'm like, take it back. It's yours. It was never mine. I'm sending it back to you right now. And then I put a protection on me as well afterward. Light whatever you have to light, smoke whatever you have to smoke, put a little protection energy on you, whatever that looks like for you. But that's how I seal it. And I'm not even trying to be funny, like visualizing how I do it just now and kind of getting in like the zone for it started to get that energy worked up in me, and now I'm like a little exhausted. Oh my God, take a hit. It's like, bitch, you're not exhausted from that. You're exhausted because it's like 8 a.m. and you've been like hitting the gravity bong all morning, but that's why you're exhausted from talking about alchemizing and return to sender. Whatever, bitch, take a hit. Don't judge me. And here's why it's guilt-free. Also, Monkey says hi. Here's why it's a guilt-free practice, in my opinion. That nasty-ass energy doesn't belong to you anyway. You didn't create that energy. You didn't send it your way. You're not adding bad vibes to anyone. If anything, you're just putting a protection spell or a protection on yourself, sending it right back to whoever sent it, or you're using bad energy and transforming it into something productive. But there's no need to feel guilty in this situation. God forbid a bitch sets boundaries, doesn't allow someone to walk all over her. Yes, even in the spirit realm, even in the energy realm. I also don't feel guilty because there are literally like spirit guides, deities, angels, all these figures in religions and philosophy and history. But there's all these powerful figures through all these different cultures and religions that have to do with justice, war, strength, breaking down systems. You think they're wrong? You think these powerful people, these powerful symbols are wrong? You're gonna sit here and tell me I'm wrong? Bitch, you're an angel, you're a god or goddess, you're a powerful fucking being. You don't have to take shit. You don't have to just sit by and let somebody spit in your fucking face. We're not doing that anymore. That's not what we do. We spit back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna spit back on you, bitch. I'm going to put a spell on you. And what's gonna happen to you is gonna be like 100 times worse, and that's not on me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're gonna alchemize. We're gonna return to sender. We'll talk about hexing another time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your grandma, and as always, stay high.